What's up? It's your boy KB. I'm a fitness trainer, model, actor, real estate agent. Also got my nonprofit, and we rock with the affiliates. We large on the streets.
I'm large on the streets. Large on the streets. Large on the streets. I'm large on the streets. Large on the streets. And every time I touch mic. 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 I'm large on the streets.
I'm here with Kaleb, aka Body by KB, the actor, motivational speaker, the trainer, the ladies man. You know, Black excellence, man. Appreciate you coming to the show today.
No problem, man.
All right, now out of all your professions that you do, what would you say the one that you enjoy doing the most?
It's kind of hard, bro. Like, it's definitely like it's a part of me. But I honestly will have to say training because that's what initially everything started. But I enjoy everything.
Okay, so what was the deciding factor in like taking fitness seriously?
Being depressed. Being depressed, man. I used to look at working out was therapeutic for me. How I originally started was I was working at the school program, and they let me go a month later because of budget cuts. Okay. So with that being said, that was my first hit of the real world, and I'm like, why you hiring me? You know, getting to school, you gotta do mad paperwork, fingerprint. So I was going through depression, and I was just working out. And before I got the job, I got a membership to Planet Fitness. And I'm like, yo, I can afford to do that now, 20 hours a month, whatever. And they let me go. I was just done. And then after that, I was like, yo, I got to figure out something. I still didn't know what I want to do, so I just kept working out. So in the midst of that, one of my friends from high school hit me up. It's like, yo, can I go to the gym with you? This is like when I had my regular page. I'm like, you come with me, but I'm broke. You got gas money? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then months later, her body changed dramatically for me just helping her. And it still didn't hit me. I'm like, maybe that's just one person, whatever. And her cousin was like, I'll pay you. I'm like, pay me for what? Like, what do you mean? Because I was just doing it as a help. I never seen like the business side of it. And she was like, you help my cousin, can you help me? I'm like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, a light bulb switched, like, yo, I love helping people. I love fitness. Let me just put it together. And I just hit the ground running. And I ain't never turned back now. I ain't never worked for nobody after that.
That's crazy. So how old are you when this happened?
What was this? 20? 19? 19, yeah. Because I actually went back to the school just for the summertime. Because they called me back on some, oh, we got openings, da-da-da. I'm like, are you sure this time? So when they called me, I'm like, I still have my training sign up. So I used to train 8, 9, and 10, 11. And then I'll go to work from 12 to 6. Runs back to the park, because I'm training outside at the time, and I'll train at 6. And I did that the whole summer to make up on my credit card bills and everything. At least provide something for my family, because I wasn't bringing that to the table. Yeah. So once I did that, and then September was the big shift for me, because they called me and they was like, oh, we got a full-time position. I'm like, I don't know. So my mom was like, you should take it. I'm like, yo, if I invest in myself, because with training you got to prove your value through helping people. Yeah. I'm like, if I get these transformations, I could show somebody I could help them, then I could do this on my own. But she's like, you ain't got no gym. I'm like, I don't know, I'll figure it out.
That's how you hit the ground running for real.
Yeah, I was like, I'll figure it out. And then literally, September's going by, it's getting cold, you know, it's New York. So clients is like, yo, KB, I got a hoodie on, but it's supposed to be 40 next week. I'm like, yo, let's just make the most of this moment right now. October come, is break outside. Now
so you working outside?
Yeah,
you outside.
Yeah, right at the Bello.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's wild.
So it was crazy. And then that time was like, if it rained, I'm not getting no bread. So that's when it was weather permitted. And then it was like October, like probably second week of October. My phone rang. My bro hit me up. He's like, yo. Meanwhile, I haven't spoke to him the whole summer. Haven't been in contact. I knew him since I was younger. He's like, yo, I work at ISA, and they need a fitness program. Like, you think you want to come, like, and, you know, do, like, an interview with the director? I'm like, I'm there, bro. Like, what do you mean? So instead of looking at an interview, I look at it as a meeting. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this because this is the right time for me, and I'm going to bring something to the table. So I set up a deal where I offer free classes to the community, and it gave me a space to train. And then that's how that joint came about. So
like, how long do you have like to prepare for that though? Like, I know this all hitting me at once. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try it.
But the thing, I was already prepared for it. Like, honestly, I used to tell myself like, yo, what can I offer? What can I do? But when he told me that, I just started thinking, because business has always been my thing. always hustling and stuff like that. But when it came to training, I'm like, yo, I could offer. This is what I could offer to the community. Yeah. Y'all give me a space. And then once we did it, it was just a wrap. I was training for like 3 years, and then I was training at a church for another 2 years because my other bro. So it's like a lot of stuff happened because of the relationships I have, and I always value my relationships with people because you never know who can help you or who knows who.
That's a fact.
And I've just been running ever since. So it's been 6 years now.
Damn, 6 years?
Yeah.
Like, that goes to show you, like, with, like the profit margin, like when you bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are afraid. So a lot of people just take that job and say, no, I got bread. This is going to be too hard for me to do, so I'm just going to take this and cop out.
No, that's a fact. And it's like, yo, you got to have strong faith. I'm like, yo, if I see a little bit, then that's enough for me. And
That's a fact.
And don't compare, because at the time, my friends, in school, they look at me like, yo, what you doing? They got jobs, they getting paid, and I'm like, I'm focused on me right now. So I think a lot of people get mixed up in that comparing stage.
Nah, that's why I feel like everybody compares like their success over what somebody else is doing.
Yeah.
They look at you and see, oh, what you driving, what you doing. Like, oh yeah, he's doing good, doing bad. It's like you have no idea. The dude with the nice car and crib, he's struggling. You feel me?
Or just hurt mentally too.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's like, what did you discover about yourself, like when you push to your limits? 'Cause I feel like when it comes to like working out, the thing I love about it is the fact that it's like mind versus body. So it's like your mind's telling you to stop, but you gotta control your body. Like, nah, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that catapults into like daily life. So what do you feel like you revealed about yourself and like being depressed and having to go to the gym for rehabilitation?
Yo, I used to tell myself if I could work out my problems, then I wouldn't have none. So that's the type of mentality I used to bring to working out. It's like, yo, I can't control this bill that I got right now, this credit card bill, but I can do as many pushes as I can. You know what I'm saying? So I used to take that same type of drive when it came to everyday life. And that's why I always tell people fitness and life have a lot of similarities.
Right.
Because in order to grow muscle, you have to go to failure. So people understand that in order to grow in life, you got to fail. And you can't look at it as like, I'm put my head down. Nah, that's a reason to get up. Because like, yo, your story is going to help somebody else. So definitely fitness is transferable to life.
Yeah, I also told you that you have an app. Like, tell me about that. I just found out that today, actually.
Where? Yeah, that was crazy how that came about. But yeah, I got a fitness app called Team KB, and basically, I always wanted to help people that was outside of New York. But it originally started from my clients. Like sometimes where they couldn't afford, or even they couldn't make it at the time, I used to send them homework and like, yo, do this, or even when like it was snowing or whatever, I'm like, yo, do this in the crib, do this. So I created a program, home workout program, where people could work out in the crib with minimum equipment. And it's been dope ever since. People like getting results, and it's like it's a 4-week program, so a lot of them getting results and getting benefit from it. And just having that attachment, because some people live in Texas, some people live in Atlanta, Florida, and it's just dope because it's like, yo, I still able to service them.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. All right, so if I'm a person that's interested in having you as a trainer, what's the process like? What do I have to do?
Well, right now I'm only taking female clientele.
Yo, you know, I ain't want to get to that yet, but since you brought that up, I was about to say, yo, I never seen no man train with you. I never seen you with a guy like, oh yeah, my bro, this, that, we working. I just see straight female, estrogen.
But what it is, I used to train guys when I first started. Like, no lie, help a few guys, and they was like, yo, because I'm the type of person, like, I'm based on physique. I'm not jacked, you know what I mean? I don't look like the average trainer, muscle head, ball head, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can only show you what I know. So a lot of times, like, if you're trying to get cut up, we could do this. So one dude, he was kind of chubby, helped him drop his stomach, like, cut in half in a month. He's like, yo, I was around my bros, they said I look small. I'm like, yo, bro, you came here to lose weight, like, that's what you're here for. So with that being said, like certain guys, after you show them a month or so, they're like, I got it on my own. It's an ego thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Women more loyal. Like
that's a fact. It's crazy you said, I definitely use that with my own business. Like women are more inclined to work with you. You feel me? A man wants to like, nah, you doing too much now. Like, yeah, you looking too much better than me.
Yeah, and it's like, it don't gotta be like that. But I do got a program coming for guys though, because everybody hit me up like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get right. It's summer. It's about to be summer. I'm like, yo, I got a program for y'all. I can't train y'all one-on-one because y'all literally be just not unreliable like most of the time. So it is what it is,
Alright, so yeah, touching on that, like working with so many females, like do you feel like it's hard to stay professional?
Nah. I keep that first, bro. Like, I keep that first.
You're a man, bro. You're a man. I understand, but you're a man.
Nah, I keep that first, man, and then I'll have a happy relationship.
Okay.
I got a fiance, so.
Oh, word, congrats.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
dope.
real deep, you know what I mean? Like,
That's dope.
she was actually one of my first clients. Like, that's the only time that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But yeah, I mean, I am a man in the day, but at the same time, it's like you gotta realize people trust you so much, and it only take one female to ruin the whole brand.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So I always look at that, and I really look at my shorty. She good. Like I don't need nothing else.
That's
and
right.
I think it depends on the type of person you are growing up. So if you're not used to having that attention, and then women catering to you, not catering to you, but willing to honor your voice or whatever, you take advantage of it because you're like, yo, they gonna do whatever I say or whatever. Let me just do this. Nah, I ain't trying to do like I don't want to build my business like that.
Yeah, Chris Rock once said that you're not superhero unless you try it once. Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, because like it's to a point where all my bros they'll send their girls to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the type of respect level they got. Like, nah, I know you go with KB, he gonna get your body right. They never think nothing funny about me training.
What do you do when you're confronted with a roadblock?
I remember I go back to my last win.
Okay.
That's what I usually do. I use that to give me the confidence. So it's like, yo, if I've been through this, I know I can get through this. Even if it's something new. And I just think about, everybody else that's successful. I know they probably went through something similar.
That's a fact.
So a lot of times we always think, what we're going through is unheard of or nobody can understand. People can understand. They probably can't have been through it, but they can definitely understand because we all dirt in the southern hand. It's how you play it, though.
That's a fact.
And I'm big on that because, like I said, like me dealing with females, I also got to deal with a lot of their problems too because they talk about it, they want to vent, and I have no problem talking. But a lot of stuff, I'm like, damn, I'm glad I don't gotta go through that. And all the time, I'm like, yo, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can get through it. So it's like when you go through stuff, it's part of life. Like you can't grow without no roadblocks.
That's a fact. That's a big fact. All right, so we're about pushing through fear. So tell me about your skydiving experience. I feel like this is the year everybody skydiving. Like Will Smith did it, and then it's just like one by one, like every other week I see somebody skydiving.
Yo, all right, with that, I always wanted to do it, but it wasn't like a pinpoint direction to do it, and I also having the funds to do it because it's not cheap if you want to get the video. So my bro who was like, we was talking about it for a minute. He's like, I want to do it for my birthday. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So I'm always a thrill seeker when it comes to stuff like that. So it's actually the three of us. My other bro, he dropped that morning.
I'll be that friend, bro.
He dropped that morning, but when it was like, we gonna do it, I'm like, all right, let's do it. So only thing that was funny was like watching the video. They take you to this little video, basically saying they're unreliable, anything can happen. Damn. But we was laughing, joking about it, like, yo, well, if we go out, then fuck it. Like, but when we actually did it, it was like the best experience ever because it's like, one is surreal, like what you're experiencing, and I actually went last. So as I'm going on a plane, like I'm scooting up from all the way back of the plane, I'm seeing everybody drop, and then you just let go. And like it was lit, and I had a cameraman. The cameraman was not like attached to me; he was in front of us.
Okay.
So that's why it was so dope.
Wait, so he's in the air, recording his body.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a crazy job.
Yo, it was mad. I got to do it again though, definitely.
That's wild. It's like how do they prepare you for that? Because it's not like you could try, like, all right, you try, you mess up, this is one time.
What made me feel more comfortable was talking to other people that do it. Like, it's actually a lifestyle. Some people call it jumpers. Like, they do it, like, 1,000 jumps, 800 jumps a year. What? So talking to them, I'm like, oh, it's your first child. You're going to have fun.
I'm saying, like, at the place, how do they prepare you to do it? Like, how do they say, okay, this is what you do, it's just a one-time I become, you do, and that's it?
Yeah, like, you watch the video, and they tell you what you're supposed to do. Like, it's like a 10-minute video.
Wow. And
after that, you know what I mean, you pay your bride, and then once you up there, you don't get no refund. So I'm not losing no money. Like
the money my life.
I know it'd be good, man. I was joking with the dude. I was like, yo, what's your mortality rate? He was like, nah, it's not bad. It's like 89%. So
yeah, I would have asked that.
The dude made it comfortable. Like the people there was dope. We went to Jersey and did it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was wild. So I feel like I never did that. I'm not sure when I would do that. But I feel like something like that would make me feel like I could do anything. Like, there's nothing I can't do after that.
Definitely.
There's nothing I can be afraid of now.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, yo, you jumped out of a perfectly fine plane. Like,
it's like, what are you scared? You scared of people's opinions? Like, nah.
Nah, that's definitely a fact.
All right, so tell me how you got into acting.
Acting is always funny how I tell people how I started because they kind of don't believe me. Like I said, I have a nonprofit called Feeding the City. So every year we give out food to the homeless. So this particular year, this was like probably 3 years ago, we didn't have no more trays. Walmart was sold out, BJ was sold out. So at that point in time, I'm like, yo, let me call a business owner. So I called my man Luke from Owner of Vibes. And
Lots of vibes.
I was like, yo, Luke, you got any trays? And we have a close relationship at that time, but I met him at a prior event. So I was like, let me just shoot my shot. I mean, it is what it is. If you don't, what's the worst you could say is no.
Or, no, it's a fact.
He's like, I'll let you know in the morning. In the morning, he came to my crib, dropped them off and everything. A whole box full. I'm like, oh, this dude is clutch. Like, I appreciate it. So I started going to Vibes, start supporting it. 'Cause I never really been in that spot. And the food is mad good.
Right.
So with that being said, he called me a year later. No lie, I was like, yo, I need a favor for you. I'm like, oh, this is some mob shit now. He's like, yo, I was like, what's up? He was like, yo, can you be in my movie? I'm like, what? He was like, yo, you fit the role, this undercover dude, you got the physique, whatever. I need you to be in it. I'm like, I bet let's just go for it. So I started doing it. It was pretty new to me. So I had a small role, and he did a screening at Jamaica Multiplex on the Ave, and we did screening in the movie theaters. I'm seeing myself on a big screen. I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like, I think I want to continue this.
That's right.
And next thing you know, it just gave me that extra push. And I still didn't know what to do after that until my other bro, he referred me to the director of the pilot that I'm doing now called Live I Love, the show. And he's like, yo, it's a casting, bro. I see you acting now. I'm like, you ain't see me act, you just see me one time. He's like, nah, I know you could do it. And I went to the casting, he had me read some lines.
This for the Live I Love?
Yeah, the Live I Love. And then next thing you know, that was my first lead role. And then it's just been rocking ever since now.
That's fire. That's definitely fire. So what would you say is the message behind the show?
Basically just talk about millennials dating and how we respond to different situations. Like for example, the DMs. That's the topic of discussion. Social media. You know what I mean? Not replying, not calling back, but texting back, stuff like that. And it's real dope because my character, he's like in the pilot, you see the intro of it, but as we get into the season, you'll see more about him. As far as he's always a helper, but he actually has his own situations.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Like, I was watching it the other day. I'm just like, yo, he's helping everybody with big problems. I'm like, what's? I feel like he must have something crazy coming up. Yeah, everybody big problems. Like, who's gonna help him when he gets into trouble?
Yeah, that's a fact. And I'm closely related to the character, so it wasn't too much of a stretch for me. That's why it was so dope to play that on screen. And actually, when I went to the actual casting, the situation I was reading was something I went through the day before with one of my bros.
Wow.
So it was real organic for me to be Richard.
Okay, so like I was watching it, you guys have like really good chemistry. Like, do you know any of the people? Like, originally?
We all met they all met at different times. I was actually the last one to come in. And what was so dope about it is that, me being the lead role shows, what the director, Taquan, how much he really cared about the project. Because if you build everything around it, and you're like, yo, I want somebody to really fit this character, I don't care if it's lead or not. And when we stepped in, we did a lot of rehearsals, and we did a lot of time together outside of the actual shooting. And we just became more comfortable, and we just rocked out.
So this is like your first lead role?
Yeah.
Wow, so you appeared in the movie, what movie was it before?
It was Pray Before You Eat.
Pray Before You Eat?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
They actually, it was part 2, but now they combining it. It's called Pray For You, Divided Before. It should be out probably like October, November.
Okay. And I see you did a screening for Deliver Your Love like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So when can we expect another episode?
Hopefully in a few months, because they trying to pitch it the right way. Like, they put it on YouTube for the pilot so everybody could get a preview of it, but the actual season won't be on YouTube.
Okay.
So we praying, for Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, whoever, we trying to get picked up, we trying to make it go.
I'm not going to front, that screening thing is fire. I feel like that just makes it like just so like official, because like you don't see a lot of events like that now. Like, pulling up together for a screening, that's fire.
Branding is always big on our culture. It's like we have to go almost above and beyond for people to respect it. And it's like you just can't put something out there. You can't roll it out there. You gotta package it right. So I'd rather them take their time so it should be lit.
Alright, so as an entrepreneur with so many different businesses, how do you manage your time?
It's hard. Like, I mean, even every day I try to figure out what I want to focus on. And I think everything has like its seasons. So like, for example, when I was shooting in December for season 1 for The Love I Love, it worked out because in December it's like it's a down season for training because everybody's holding their money to buy gifts and everything. They're not thinking about training like that. So it's like that gave me time to focus on acting. And then when it came down to the top of the new year, training is booming again. And then the season is done. So like when it came to going forward, it's like, all right, I want to focus on real estate now. And you just gotta know, like me, I'm a very spiritual person, so I always try to pray and try to figure out what's the way to move to make. And what's the best move for me, because you can't follow anybody else, especially when you're doing multiple things. It's like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, and I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to do that right now.
That's a fact.
So even with modeling, like right now, I took a step back a little bit, but it was dope when I was working with VIM, because I'm like a brand ambassador for them, so they put me on a bus.
Yeah, I seen that.
That shit was lit. Like I wasn't expecting that. They didn't even tell me. Nah.
That's fire.
And it was crazy how it happened, because I was in the crib, or how I found out. And me and my shorty was arguing, so we wasn't really feeling each other at the time. We was in separate rooms, and then her friend text was like, "Oh, I see KB on the bus." She's like, "What?" So in my head, I'm like, "What's she talking about?" She's like, "Yo, send me a picture." She was like, "Nah, I see KB on the bus."
I think like on the bus, like this. Oh, okay.
And I'm like, "Oh wow!" I was like, "Yo, send me that." And then when I seen that, I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy!" Like the only people you know that be on the bus is, you know, that we can recognize as people from St. John's, you know?
Yeah.
Or if you're not on a basketball team or whatever, it's like to be somebody that's on every NYC bus is just dope. And I didn't expect that to happen, so that helped, you know, the visibility with my brand and everything else. People was tagging me, posting me. I created a Spot KB challenge. It was lit.
Or is people really taking pieces?
Yeah.
That's why. That's what you're saying.
So like it was good running for like 4 months now. So they just replaced it. So it was dope. Just to even have that experience to be somebody that's from the community, from neighborhood.
You're being seen in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's fire. So like, do you have like any like routines to get you like to keep you focused throughout the day?
Yeah, I always give thanks every morning. That's my biggest thing. Always give thanks, and I always reflect back on my old Instagram. I be scrolling just to remind myself, you know, where I came from.
Okay.
And it's like, because people don't know, like a lot of stuff I post, they don't know the story behind it. Like it might look like a good picture or a good video or whatever, but it's a lot that went into it. So, and when I go through that, and I always give thanks, to always be thankful for life within itself. That's my daily routine, like all the time, just reflecting. That's
fire. Cause see, a lot of people, you know, wake up and they're like already depressed because they go to work, but they gotta do something they don't love. So like, do you really wake up and like enjoy being up and like, okay, I get to do this today. I get to do that today.
Like I have my moments where in the middle of the day, like damn, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. You know, I'll be burnt out sometimes, but in the beginning of the day, my energy is up here, because I'm like, you know what, I can do what I love, and this is something I always dreamed about, working for myself and being successful, you know, working for myself. So it's like a lot of people don't have that opportunity, and I can't wake up. What's the point of me waking up solid with millions of people don't even have that chance?
That's a fact. So like, do you have like a team behind you that helps you? Or is it just like strictly you?
And you know, that's one of the things I'm really focused on now, because I'm trying to leverage my time. But right now, it's a one man army. Like I got supporters, like people I connect with. You know, we talk about certain things, but as far as me going about doing things, nah, it's just me. And that's why it's like, yo, in order to grow, I have to be able to duplicate myself in a way.
Bro, I be praying for a clone, bro. I know exactly what that feels like.
Yeah.
Do this, do that, handle that, and you gotta perfect it too. So it's like, in doing that, it just takes everything a little bit longer because you're doing it by yourself. You know, if you had a team that was on it, like, working for you, like they had the same kind of mindset as you, it would just take off.
Nah, that's a fact. So that's why I try to be strategic and not trying to agree to everything either. Because when you know you agree to things like, oh, this could be a good look, this could be that. I want to be efficient in what I'm doing. So I don't agree to a lot of things. It's like, yo, that just doesn't work for me.
You had told me before we started that you had a financial advisor.
Yeah.
So like, how do you come about obtaining a financial advisor? What made you think I need a financial advisor? How did that conversation or how that relationship even formed?
Well, it actually happened because I was a keynote speaker at my bro's event. It was called BrunchCon, and my bro H, and I was speaking about networking and branding and marketing. So it was dope, and it was strategic that I spoke about that at a networking event. And then afterwards, we was chopping up, we was talking, and I realized what a financial advisor does. Because a lot of people, we don't really know that. We was like, financial advisor, what? I don't even got no bread now. Like,
exactly. I'm supposed to manage this.
But basically, I chopped it up with them, and she took me to her office, and she's young too. She's young, and she looked like me, so I was like, all right, I'm willing to trust her. And she just like break down on your daily, your weekly expenses, your monthly expenses, and what's your goals you're trying to obtain. And then she helps invest in getting life insurance as well. So, because the investing part is big because you never really winning until you making money on top of your money. So a lot of people think like even being a trainer is still I still have to use my time, still trading time for money. So it's like when do you really win is when you leverage it. So she take care of my investments and stuff like that. So it's dope to have somebody in my corner like that.
That's fire. I definitely need to have somebody like that on the show. Cause I need to understand all about financial. Cause it's like right now it's like even like when you say you're trying to manage your time, do everything, and on top of that you got to manage your money. Yeah. And it's just like damn, so it's crazy. Trying to get your credit right and on houses, cars, and stuff like that. It's a lot. Yeah, and I learned a lot of that from real estate as well, from being in it and seeing like what people can do. Like a lot of times, to move in NYC is probably one of the hardest things right now. As far as if you don't have the right credentials, because the owner's looking for a high credit score and they look you make 30, 40 times the rent. Like it's crazy. But it's like when you have credit, you know how to leverage it. Then you start making better moves. So that car you getting, instead of paying so much, of course, you know what I mean, your interest rate probably like 14, 15%. It could be 4%. And people don't understand like credit is valuable. Power, so yeah. It took, it is. I feel like it took me messing up my credit to understand how important credit is. Like, they ain't teach us that. They ain't teach us that. Ain't teach us none of that. When I first got out of high school, I got a Discover card. They sent it to me, signed up everything. I literally just paid that joint up probably like 3-4 years ago. And it was like, I didn't know what I was doing until it was too late. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, all right. But now I know so much about it from, the utilization rate, from getting an authorized user, mad different stuff. So I always try to give gems to my people I know. But, niggas not going to listen until they in the situation. That's a fact. So it's like, I try to be, strategic about when I tell them before it hits. But sometimes people got to see it for themselves, man. So let's talk about you as a real estate agent. Like, how did you even get into that? Like, do you like have success in flipping houses? Well, what I do now, that's the goal to flip houses, to be an investor. Right now, I'm an agent. I sold 3 properties. So my first property was in Hollis. That deal took mad long, but I learned so much within that process. Then I sold one in Bayside Co-op, and then I sold my last one was a condo in Astoria. Okay. And then I got one right now I'm about to sell in Hempstead. So it's been good. There's definitely a learning curve. But how I got initially started because my brother is a loan officer. Okay. So basically a loan officer is the person that gets you approved for the loan. So him being a loan officer, the realtor and the loan officer are supposed to work together because the loan officer know all the financials, the realtor knows what kind of house they want, and I need him in order to understand what they can afford, what I could look for. Okay. So with that being said, he was dealing with situations like, yo, these realtors is garbage. Like, I just listened to this conversation. We was talking a lot. He's like, yo, I wish I had somebody reliable. I'm like, he's like, yo, you could do it. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm already training. I'm already doing this. He like, yo, you could do it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take the test. So I end up doing online school, and I end up taking the test. And then ever since then, I'm like, all right, let's do this. So literally, it took us 2 years to get our first deal together because real estate game is so shady, where people, it's so shady far as in people curve your business based on what branch you with, you know what I mean? Or if they don't know you, be like, I'm not doing it. So I learned so much about percentages and signing stuff. Like your signature means so much. So it's been a dope experience, but now I'm trying to really take that off to the next level, like how my training is now. Alright, so you was closing, like, would you say closing deals like the least of your worries when it comes to in terms of like with the actual client and not the the bank and stuff? Oh, well, see, that's the thing. When you're a realtor, after they're in contract, you really can't do nothing else after that. You just got to be on top of people, but nothing in your power. So, like, a lot of times the attorney might get missing or something might go wrong with the house. The bank might not approve. Like, it's like you don't get happy until you get the check. Like, that's that's the type of patience you got to have. And that's what was a big struggle for me when I was depression, like another mini depression, because I felt like with training, it's like instant. Like, you meet somebody today, they said it won't work out, they could come tomorrow. With real estate, I was giving my all to it. Like, I stopped training for a little bit. Like, held back the training. I wasn't getting no type of results. And it used to be bugging, like, yo, maybe I should just quit this because it's not working. I'm giving this all my all. I maxed out my credit cards, and I'm not getting no money in return. So when I went through that phase and I started changing the way I looked at things, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. Because, like, when it comes to real estate, you got to set up appointments. You got to make sure your appointments is aligned with other agents' appointments.
and also make it align with your time. Then you gotta make sure these people really have the money, but you're not a financial person, so you can't ask for their documents. So it's like, it was mad different things, and I was like, you know what? Let me do it the way I do it, and I changed my whole perception of it.
Wow. That sounds like a lot. I'm not gonna lie. The old things you just told me, I think that's the most stressful one. Right there. That's like the most stressful one. I see a lot of young people I know like getting into real estate, and it's just like I always say it's a really shady game.
Yeah,
it's a shady game. You really gotta put a lot into it. But at the same time, as you being an entrepreneur working for yourself.
Yeah, you got to educate yourself, because people try to get over, especially being young and black. They're like, I'm gonna get over you, or they fear you already. So you got to be smart about how you talk, and know your worth too, because you be running around chasing somebody for 2-3 months and they don't buy nothing. So it's like waste of time. That'd be funny to want to go up sometimes, but you can't be like, depending who asking, bro.
Nah, how do you even get that? What they came with? That's your initials, right?
I dropped the letters in between my first name.
Oh, wow. I thought that was your initials.
But I literally was playing around on Instagram, because when I had my regular page, I bought Under Armour, and you know when you buy Under Armour, you feel like